Right, are we on now? Okay. Hey everyone, what's going on? You are live watching the Hangout for Flavour magazine. I'm Rebecca Sardi, the nutrition and health editor, as you've probably read my articles, I hope. I'm joined by Olympic, do I want to say legend? Olympic weightlifter Zoe Smith. So welcome. How are you
Oh,
doing
thank you very
today?
much. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. Enjoying the
Enjoying the
sun.
sunshine?
Yeah.
So I've got my questions on my phone. So if I keep looking down, that's where I'm looking. So I've got general questions there, but before we get started with them, I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about SPORTIVATE, which is your latest project, right?
Yeah, it is. SPORTIVATE offers like free or discounted like sports courses for I think 14 to 25-year-olds, and I think they've got a great little map on their Facebook page, so you could like click on that, and it's kind of interactive, and you see what is going on in your area and what you could get for free or on discount. And yeah, it's just about having a go, really. It's not for like professional sports people. It's just if you fancy a bit of sport, you and your mates can just go down and just try it out.
So it could be any sport that you want to try, like that you're
Yeah,
interested
literally, there's a huge range of sports. There's more or less everything you can think of. Not even just like, not your boring like kind of school kind of field sports and stuff like that. But you've got things like parkour, just everything, just like free. Yeah, probably weightlifting as well.
in. Oh, really?
Yeah,
How? Because you're the brand ambassador for them, aren't you?
I am indeed. Yeah.
Very exciting. How excited are you to be involved with Sportivate?
I'm really excited actually. It's just such a great project, and I'm really passionate about my sport. I've been involved in a few different sports since I was a kid. So yeah, it is something that I think is really exciting.
Wicked. I'm excited for you. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna get cracking with the general questions.
Okay.
Um, what what is it about weightlifting as a sport that you love so much, that you're so passionate about?
Well, it is a weird one to be kind of involved in actually. I quite like that it's kind of in a way like breaking down like stereotypes and stuff. Obviously, people think of weightlifters as being like real butch, kind of hairy, big women. But no, I'm just I'm just a normal girl really, and I love lifting weights. It is a really great sport. The competitive element of it is so good. Like if you've ever, I doubt most people have watched a weightlifting competition, but
Yeah,
it's so intense and it's so like it is kind of nerve-wracking to watch. That yeah, I really like
it
that
is.
about it.
What's your heaviest? What's the heaviest that you can lift?
Over
Just
my head in clean and jerk, I have lifted 122 kilograms.
oh
So that's
gosh,
about, I
really?
think it's almost 19 stone.
How do you do that?
A lot of it is like technique. So I'm not just an absolute beast. I'm just quite good at technique, I guess.
I suppose
Yeah.
it's
So
practice, isn't it? You just build up to it.
yeah, that's it. Well, I've been doing it for like 7 years now. And you just master, you tweak your technique all the time, and it's just mastering it. I've been doing it for quite a while now, so yeah, you just learn more and more, and obviously you do get a bit stronger too, which helps. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully that's yeah, going up soon though.
That do you know what? I can barely. I've got like no muscle in my arms. I can barely lift. Even lifting. Okay, it's a little bit dramatic. Even lifting this is a challenge. But no, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, what do you think makes you so good at your sport? What do you think
Um,
you've got?
I really don't know actually, because I've been quite strong since I was a kid. Like I used to do gymnastics when I was quite a lot younger, and I
Yeah,
had
same
like
here. I
muscle.
used to as well.
Sorry.
I used to do gymnastics as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's a great sport, isn't it? I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I even then I was quite good at like tumbling, so like doing like flips, etc. But I was never very good at like the graceful kind of side of it. Just I'm not made that way. So yeah, I've just always kind of been quite strong and powerful. So weightlifting was quite a good, yeah, good thing for me to get into.
That's so cool. I mean, how do you? Because obviously there's the physical side, so you have to be, able to lift the weights. But I mean, how would you say you prepare yourself mentally for like training and especially competitions? Like obviously just a small competition, the Olympics last year, you know, small. Like how do you prepare yourself mentally for stuff like that?
Well, I'm still learning, really. I don't think you ever kind of stop learning how to kind of properly prepare yourself for the mental side of it, because it is. I get really, really nervous before a competition, as you can imagine, especially like for the Olympics. That was like the biggest thing I've ever done. And there were like 6,000 people in the crowd, and there was so much pressure. And I did crumble a little bit, but I kind of mostly held it together. But I don't know, I've got weird little kind of like routines that I have to go through before I lift, like certain songs that I have to listen to, and like I don't know, sometimes if it's like heavy lift, I kind of have to stamp my feet, not for any particular reason, just because that's just what I do. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's quite hard, but I sometimes speak to like sports psychologists and stuff, and in fact the one that works with British Weightlifting is really great. He's helping me like sort of learn more about it all the time.
That's amazing. And you know, speaking of songs that you listen to, and obviously Flavourmag was big on music. You know,
Yeah.
out of interest, what songs do you listen to?
My one I have to listen to before I compete is All the Small Things by Blink-182.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I think it was it kind of started back when I was about 12, 13, did my first competition, and that just came on like shuffle on my iPod.
yeah.
And that competition went really well, and that was the one I kind of remembered listening to before I competed. So
Yeah.
now, yeah, I always have to do it, and that's sort of
It's like
going
a
back a few
ritual.
years.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's you know, what would you say was, there must have been so many, but if you had to pick one, the most memorable part of the 2012 games for you?
Other than my actual competition, I'm probably going to have to say actually the opening ceremony, because obviously it had been such a long time coming, like the
Yeah.
Olympics, and we'd all been kind of speaking about it, and it didn't really like sink in until I was actually there, and they lit the flame, and everyone was just going a bit mental, really. And it was just one of those kind of moments where it hits you, and it's like, oh my god, it's actually here, and I have to do the Olympic Games in a couple of days, and God, I'm gonna break down.
But you didn't break down.
No, luckily I did not.
No, because look, people like myself and other people who were watching it on TV, you know, who weren't there, and the opening ceremony looked like off the scale, amazing. So to actually be there and obviously be involved in it, I just can't fathom what that must have been like.
It's it's so hard to explain what it was actually like. Just like nothing I've ever done before. 'Cause we were the last to go in, obviously, because like the home nation is always the last in. And I was kind of waiting out there with the rest of the team. Sort of, I don't know. I think we walked from the village, and it took like, because we kept stopping and starting, it was about an hour or something. And we could hear like all the other nations getting clapped and stuff, and everyone just seemed really like overexcited. But then when you actually walked in, it was just like a massive roar, and it took a couple of seconds to actually hit you, and it was just like, wow.
Oh gosh. Okay, this is more kind of like general stuff, because as I mentioned, I'm like the nutrition editor,
Yeah.
expert at Flavour magazine, and I'm really interested to know what your daily diet's like, and if you could maybe give me, is it, obviously there must be a difference in your diet when you're training and then when you're competing.
Yeah.
There must be. What do you want to?
Well, in everyday kind of life, it has to be quite high protein anyway. Just like muscle recovery. I'm lucky enough to be sponsored by Maxi Muscles, so they supply me with all my like supplements, etc., which helps with like recovery and training, which is really great. So I have like a protein shake more or less every day, and it's great because you can put the whey protein, you just put it more or less in everything, like put it with breakfast, put it in everything.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it just makes it a bit more flavoury. But generally before competitions I'll have to cut out a lot of carbs, so because we compete in weight categories and I sit a few kilos heavier than mine, so cutting down on carbs is quite important to help me lose weight. So yeah, but then we have like weird little tricks if you're struggling to make weight. There's one that's like water loading. So basically, you just drink about 6 liters a day of water for about 5 days out before competition, and then like you stop all water like the day before, and you dehydrate massively, and then you should weigh in maybe like a kilo lighter than you would have or something. It's mad little things like that, but slowly becoming part of my life.
6 liters of water a day.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. It makes you feel a bit sick after a while, actually.
Yeah. And plus, you must be weeing all the time.
I think that's kind of the point, though.
That's true. If you weren't, that would be even more worrying.
Yeah, true. Just swell up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, are there any foods that, like, special foods that you think help you when competing? Like, any things that you're like, this really, really makes a difference?
I'm trying to think. Well, the thing I use most of is like protein shakes, and I think they do make just a huge difference just for like muscle recovery. So basically, you won't be like as knackered or sore the next day if you've had like a shake after your workout, in layman's terms. So yeah, that's sort of, yeah, if you're lifting or just doing any sort of like sport at a high level, really, that's what most of the top guys will kind of be using.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you train? Do you train every day?
Not quite every day. At most 6 times a week, but at least 4. So somewhere in between 4 and 6 days a week. That's only for about 2 hours.
How long do you train? Oh, I was going to say, how long do you train for?
Yeah, so the session's about 2 hours, but that's just lifting. Then outside of that, we do like just like quite a lot of like core stability to just to avoid us getting injured, really. So we have like a lot of kind of like prehab work. So yeah, it does take up quite a lot of time sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine. And do you get really tired after training, or does it kind of boost you?
It depends what kind of session you've had, really. If you go into it quite tired and then you don't have a great session, you come out just feeling like mentally kind of defeated. But if you've gone into the gym and you've done like new personal best and you've lifted more than you've ever done before, and it's just been a really good session and everyone in there has been kind of buzzing, you kind of come out of the gym like buzzing still, and it's yeah, you just feel like you're ready to go. It's good.
And on the days that you're not training, so the days that you have a day off, does your diet change, or is it just, are you really regimented and strict about it?
I do wish I was regimented and strict about it. I try to be sometimes, but if I'm not sort of paying attention to it, it does go like a little bit wrong. I'm just a sucker for chocolate. I literally, I could eat it for every meal, every day. So yeah, I have to kind of watch that. And I also just like love carbs, and it's a thing I have to cut out. So yeah, if I could just have a bowl of like pasta with chocolate sauce on, I'd be in heaven. But yeah, sadly I can't.
That's like some weird pregnancy food craving right there.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? But no, that's just me.
Well, that, I don't know if that half answered my next question, which is, what is your guilty pleasure food-wise?
Yeah, just chocolate and carbs.
Any particular type of chocolate, white, dark, you know? Or you not
recently
fussy?
I've just been eating like loads and loads of dark chocolate just because I really like it. And apparently it's good for boosting testosterone levels, which is that's meant to be good for you in lifting. So
yeah, and dark chocolate is much better for you. If you're going to have any, it's always better. Yeah.
I'm justifying it to myself that way, actually.
Yeah, but, I'm trying to do that too.
Yeah, I'd love to eat just like a big bar of like Milka. Like, it's just my absolute guilty pleasure.
What would you say, kind of going a little bit deep now, what would you say, what makes you happy, Zoe?
What makes me happy? That's such a like broad question. Like, a lot of things make me happy. Today has made me very happy with the sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, generally just like sticking to the subject of sport. When I've done a competition and I've done really well and I've got PBs and stuff and everything's just literally been on point, that's probably when I'm at my happiest.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? I mean, that's pretty good answer. That's a pretty good answer. Because I think everyone, when you're competing in something like what you do, or any sort of athlete, you need to find what makes you happy because it will probably
Yeah.
boost you and make you perform better, when you're
Yeah.
competing.
Absolutely, and I'm very like of the opinion that if you don't love something, there's no point in doing it. So, and I do what I love. So yeah,
Right. And that's what makes you happy.
exactly.
You've done a whole full circle now. um, who would you say is your favourite, totally diverting now, your favourite actor or actress? Who would you say is your favourite? If you had to choose one.
My favourite actress has got to be Mila Kunis. She is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and I've got a little girl crush on her. So
Yeah, no, she's nice. Very nice.
yeah,
And she's a really good actress as well.
yeah, she's great. I just really like her.
Wasn't she the voice of in Family Guy?
Yeah, she was Meg.
Meg,
So it's
yeah.
good for us all.
Yeah, no, she's really good in that because when I watch Family Guy, Meg is hysterical. Really.
Yeah.
No, she's
I think everyone's felt a bit of Meg at some point. So yeah.
100%. Do you have a favourite clothing brand? One that you go to?
To be fair, I think, well, when I get paid every month, I kind of spend about half of that in Topshop. So yeah, that's probably my favourite shop, to be honest.
And their clothes are really good and they're not overly ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, no, that's it. I get some really good things in there, and to be fair, some is quite expensive, but most of the things I buy are like quite reasonable.
Generally, it's
So,
okay.
yeah.
What would you say is your favourite thing that you like to do when you're not training?
I'm not training. I quite like hanging out with my friends because I don't really get to do that too much at the moment because they've all disappeared off to uni. And I'm still home in London, so yeah, when I see them, it's quite nice just to kind of get together and just hang out for a bit.
Yeah, no, it must be. And obviously, you're a London girl, like myself. We have to
Indeed,
represent
yeah.
the area. What would you say is your favourite thing about London?
It's just it's got a bit of everything really. It's such a big city, but it's great because you've got literally everything in it. Say you wanted like I don't know, one specific kind of food or something, you could probably find that somewhere in London. Great shops. I don't know, I just love it. There's just so much energy in the city. It's fantastic.
Um, if you could give one piece of advice to any young person wanting to get into weightlifting at some point, what would it be?
Just say, don't be put off by the fact that, by the stereotype it's got. Like I said before, people kind of group everyone together and thinking they're just like massive and a bit muscly and scary. It's not like that. Yeah, chances are you will put on muscle, but you'll also tone up, and it's a great way. It's a great way to get like a round bum squatting. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that, and yeah, just don't be like put off by the fact that like there are gyms where there are kind of like big kind of weightliftery looking men and stuff, but generally speaking, any sort of respectable gym will kind of they will just respect anyone that comes in and wants to try weightlifting. So yeah, just have a go.
Have a go. And there's a final question before we finish. Which I'm sure everyone wants to know. Do men feel scared of you because you're so strong? And you could probably lift that.
Probably some of them, but I'm going to imagine they're probably the weedy little ones that have never lifted a weight in their life. My boyfriend, he's really cool with it. He does sport himself. He's a pole vaulter. And he took it upon himself when we first started going out to squat more than me. And I squatted 150 kilos a while ago now. So he trained for a couple of months and I squatted 151. So, yeah.
Like proper competitive relationship.
Yeah, massively.
Like that. That's really good. Thank you very much for coming in and hanging out with us live. It's really much appreciated.
No problem. Really enjoyed it.
And good luck with the SPORTIVATE
Oh,
campaign.
thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.